What's going on, y'all? That boy Gam back in the building, tapping in with y'all one more time. Man, I just wanted to get on here, do another reaction style video. This time I wanted to get on here, man, and show some love to Nipsey Hussle's brother, Black Sam. Cause I stumbled across a video where they was talking about Black Sam's life and the things that he did in his life. And they were saying that he was a teenager making $700,000 a year. So just think about that. That's a lot of money. That's almost $1 million. That's getting close to $1 million a year. And nobody really knew about him and what he was doing. So I'm gonna play this, man, so y'all can see what I'm talking about.
Cool. We all know this man. Two-time Grammy Award winner.
I feel great. Incredible.
Platinum recording artist, business mogul, community activist, the late, great Nipsey Hussle. But how many of you can say you know this man? Behind every successful man is a support system. And for Nipsey, that person was his big brother and business partner, Samuel Ashkadam, also known as Black Sam. Now, flexing stacks of money has become an everyday thing in life for rappers these days. You'll see it in music videos, Instagram posts.
And see, and a lot of people didn't know that Black Sam is Nipsey's big brother. You know what I'm saying? You see in that picture when they was kids, Black Sam was way taller. You know how kids hit that growth spurt at a certain age. It make a big difference when you that young. You know, like a 4 or 5 year difference, that's big when you kids, you know what I'm saying?
Just used to taunt other rappers, as well as popular memes culture. Here's a picture of teenage Black Sam with his friend circa 2003. But there are two key things wrong with this particular picture. Number one, the most obvious thing. The man holding the money in this image is not a rapper. And number two, which is slightly less obvious, the money in this picture is covered in plastic. Where did it come from?
Yeah, see, I don't know why the plastic, where he say where did it come from, why did that have anything to do with anything, but we'll see.
VHS videotapes quickly became a thing of the past as modern DVDs were released to the market for the first time in 1997. But it was in 2002 when DVD players began outselling video recorders and could be found in 90% of American homes. But there was only one problem.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Back then, the average price for a DVD was about $20.
Man, DVDs, man. DVDs is a thing of the past now. But DVDs used to be a real part of everyday life. You know what I'm saying? You had a good DVD collection, you know. Then you get the Blu-ray players, that start being a thing. But nowadays, DVDs, man, that's a thing of the past. It's all about Netflix and apps and Hulu and HBO Max and all that stuff now. But it used to be about the DVDs.
Now that's where the bootleggers come in. When an average bootleg DVD at the time was $5 and $20 for an official DVD, or even $40 to take your whole family to the movies. In South Central LA, where Sam was growing up, a lot of families living on welfare couldn't afford that. So naturally, it was a no-brainer to go for the cheaper option, even if it was illegal. It was here Sam saw a gap in the market, and in true American fashion, he capitalized on it.
See, so Black Sam been a businessman. I'm not surprised how him and Nipsey end up having a whole setup with their situation. Black Sam been a businessman, you know what I'm saying? And with them bootleg DVDs, all of us done bought bootleg DVDs if you grew up in that era. Everybody used to buy the bootleg DVDs, bootleg the albums. People was, you know, on the torrent sites heavy and all that kind of stuff. That was the thing.
Around the same time DVDs were released on the market in 1997, a young Hermes was on his way from Alexander Hamilton High School in nearby Castle Heights neighborhood with a plan. Nipsey's family's computer broke. With a hunger to get his computer back, Nipsey began to collect computer magazines and figure out how he could build one from scratch by himself. He would gather scrap pieces and attend computer auctions where he purchased a power supply and case. He carefully positioned all the parts on his bedroom floor and got to work. Because he shared a room with his brother, Sam was furious at the mess he made, and they would argue for hours about who was going to clean it up. Originally, Black Sam bet Nippy couldn't build it, but in just over 2 weeks, he was proven wrong. He later went on to put in some software on a computer for him to be able to record music on it. This would be the same computer that Nipsey would go on to record his first songs, on which he would build the
So Nipsey built the computer, man. Built the computer and made a studio out of it. That's kind of crazy.
For the life-changing organization. Sam was no stranger to hustling for a dollar. He got his first taste of earning money from washing cars and doing odd jobs. But he had aspirations to be a boss, not a worker.
He saved $1,000 when I was like 7. I thought that was incredible. You know, he was like 9 or 10 and had a stack. I thought he was rich because he had a G.
You saved $1,000 at like 9 years old? That's crazy, man. That is a lot of money for a 9-year-old to just save, though.
We all remember this commercial. This campaign was the beginning of every DVD by Hollywood and an attempt to put a stop to the $500 billion bootleg industry.
I can't get jiggy with this shit. Where's your damn manager? That pink motherfucker. The manager's not here. I'm running the store right now, sir. You look like that player head that was showing me this shit.
But when Pirate Bay launched in 2003, which is one of the main websites to watch bootleg movies, softwares, and games, places like Blockbuster saw significant losses of revenue, which occurred during the late 2000s, and the company filed for bankruptcy protection in 2010.
Man, yeah, everybody was burning the DVDs and albums for free, man. I'm telling you, that era was crazy. It was like you could have every album you ever wanted on your computer. You know what I'm saying? I know I used to have every album that I wanted on the computer, even though I lost all of them when I lost them computers or whatever. I don't know what happened to them. But that era was crazy, man.
Pirate Bay helps see the beginning of the end of physical copies of movies.
I'm Netflix, they Blockbusters. When the last time you rented a video, bro? When the last time you was on Netflix? This morning? A couple days ago?
Yeah, this morning.
Me too.
In the late 90s and the early 2000s, Sam was busy getting to work building his empire. Seeing the original wave of what computers are capable of, in the late 1990s and early 2000s, Sam had earned himself a reputation as one of the biggest bootleg DVD distributors in the country, allegedly earning up to $700,000 a year from it. Sam had a good eye for lucrative investments.
Said he was one of the biggest bootleg DVD distributors in the country, though. That's what they said. That's crazy.
As a teenager, he had already owned real estate in both LA and Atlanta, quietly building a portfolio that he thought would set him up for success in the years to come. However, his fortunes took a turn for the worse when the successful DVD business was targeted by the police, and his real estate holdings in Atlanta were seized as a result. Despite the setback, Sam refused to give up on his dreams, and he continued.
So he had real estate in Atlanta and everything, and when they busted him for the DVDs, they took all that property and stuff too, because he made it off of that money. That's crazy.
He worked tirelessly to build his empire, demonstrating that resilience and perseverance are the keys to success in any industry. When Sam was just 18 years old, he took a shovel to his mom's backyard and he buried $250,000 that he earned from hustling DVDs, among other ventures. He carefully placed saran-wrapped money in an airproof, fireproof case, placed it deep in the ground, and then covered it back up. Assuming the money was safe, he left it buried for over a year. But when he went back to retrieve it, he discovered that a large quantity of it was molded and rotten due to mildew. He quickly gathered his family around the dinner table with the aim to salvage the money by laying it out and attempting to blow dry it, carefully pulling the stuck together bills one from another. But unfortunately, over $100,000 to $250,000 were unsalvageable.
Buried $250,000?
Man, $100,000 he lost because he buried it and it was molded and stuff when he tried to go get it back a year later. Lost $100,000. That's crazy, man.
When we dug it up, it was like more than 100 was like just stuck together. You can't peel it. It's just one lump of paper. Color faded. It got holes in it. We was so like borderline nervous breakdown. Airtight, fireproof, safe. Don't believe the hype.
To the average person, a loss like that would cripple them financially.
He said they was borderline nervous breakdown, man.
And being a natural-born hustler, knew how to bounce back. Even as a young adult, he purchased his mother a Benz and his father a Range Rover, all the while wearing a plain white tee, attempting to go unsuspected by the police.
He said he bought his mother a Benz and his dad a Range Rover. That's what they said.
his father a Range Rover, all the while wearing a
bought his
plain white
mama
tee,
Benz,
attempting to go unsuspected
his
by
dad
the
a
police.
Range Rover.
But the majority of their life, due to gang affiliation on Nip's behalf, the brothers have had their fair share of runs with the law, being both state and federal cases. They've been targeted by the LAPD, attempting to destroy their empire, going through several raids and evictions on their premises, resulting in Sam being behind bars numerous times and being held in a $1 million bond in 2018.
Hey, come on, man. Come on, you know I gotta talk some shit. $100,000 bond. Nigga, we on the motherfucking debt. $1 million. Oh, excuse me. $100,000 loss. $1 million bond. On the motherfucking debt. Nigga, what you talking about?
Based on their stories and the bars in Nip's music, you could tell these brothers took so many L's, but stayed resilient, dedicated, and humble.
Yeah,
after
man.
Nip's untied.
This was by Trap Transition is the channel. So y'all go ahead and subscribe to that channel. I like the way they put this together. It was a nice little documentary, short documentary though. So much respect to them. Much respect to Nipsey and his brother Black Sam. Like, man, I just feel like that was a crazy story, man. You know, people need to hear these type of stories. Even though technically it still wasn't legit money though at the end of the day, but it was like he did something different though. It was something a little different than the norm. But I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. Y'all go check this out for yourself, man. Y'all subscribe to the channel. Till next time, y'all. Again, I'm tapping out.